What's up, guys? Give me just a second here. I running a hair late here. My son's. Why do I feel like things are moving? I had to wipe my son's butt before he's yelling, "Daddy!" Waiting on me, needing me. Just posted a tweet though. If you're watching this on Twitter, please retweet this for me. I'm trying to go live on Twitter and YouTube every other day. Every other day, I'm just on YouTube. Every other day, I'm on YouTube and Twitter. If you're on Twitter, retweet this for me. Anybody that does so has a chance to win $25. I'm doing my best I'm just trying to get this show to grow, guys. I'm really trying to get, I guess, quote unquote, noticed and continue to move up and whatever, and do more than just win some bets here for you guys. So if you're on Twitter, do me a favor and hit the retweet on this show for me. And I'm going to pick out, somebody that did that, obviously, and, reward them for, trying to help me out. Let me pull out the recording here. And we will get going. There's actually... That's weird. Just a second. Sorry. There's actually nobody watching on YouTube. I wanted to make sure that was actually up and posted. Give me just a second, guys. I'm sorry. Don't want to go through and do all this talking and realize that it's not even recording on there. Or I could just have nobody watching. There's one watching on YouTube right now. That's weird. Maybe because I'm on Twitter too. Whatever, we'll move on. But yeah, you're watching this, live recorded. Go ahead and hit that retweet for me, please. You're watching on YouTube. Go ahead and hit up the interaction there and talk to you guys. Jason, I think you're my one guy. Not a lot of action on YouTube today, but it's okay. We're trying to work on changing that. Obviously, that's why I'm trying to get people, to share the show and everything like that. That's since I'm live on Twitter here. But here we go. I'm gonna hit this record button. We will get going. What's up and welcome to Lunchtime in the Lab, your number one gambling podcast for quick picks, brought to you by Beer Money Picks as usual. Nice little graphic behind me here. I wanted to especially mention it today. North Carolina online sports betting, sports gambling goes live, I believe, at noon today. Another, I don't know what time zone it is, another 30 minutes. Maybe it's live already. But if you're in North Carolina and you're watching this video here, wherever you're listening to it, you come by it, you are now able to gamble, and that's fantastic. And I have a home for you to help you learn. Well, first off, this is free. This podcast is free. But if you want every play or you want to get into all the activities and everything like that, Beer Money Picks is where it's at. Code all caps Lunchtime. Get you 25% off on your first month. All right, before we get into today's plays, we'll take a look back and see what we did yesterday. As always, man, we lost again. Another losing day in a row, which is weird. It doesn't happen very often for us, unfortunately. Those of you that watch or listen, does not happen very often. We were on a streak of 9-1 out of the last 10 days. We had a winning day. Then we dropped. We went 1-2 yesterday, 1-2 today. Although I felt the reads were pretty okay. Somebody did message me and they're like, I thought Rockets players were banned. And it's like, as I'm watching the game, it's like, yeah, I remember. I do remember now that Rocket players are certainly banned. So anyway, yesterday, De'Aaron Fox over 26.5 points. That was our day 3 of the rollover challenge, and unfortunately lost. Trying to decide if we want to continue to do this or not. I don't have as many people watching on YouTube. Unfortunately, I can't see how many people are live on Twitter. I can just see how many. It says 106, but I know there's not 106 people actually watching. I think that's how many people have actually clicked on it. I've had 106 views, but that's not active viewers like it shows on YouTube, unfortunately. So guys, I gotta let me know, are we interested in trying to do this rollover thing again? It's not like it's pressure. It's just, it's frustrating. Anyway, dude had crazy volume, just couldn't make his shots. He 2-8, he just kept chucking threes, took a lot more threes than he normally does. I don't know if he even scored in the fourth quarter. It's like he didn't even look to score. Sengun, just had 2 assists. Guy's been just absolutely killing it, and then he just stops. Ends up getting hurt too, so I'm not really sure what was up with that. And then Anthony Davis over 23 and a half points. I think he had 27 points, but like 20 rebounds or something like that. So obviously he killed it there. So good look on AD. Unfortunately, yesterday at the end of the podcast, we had a discussion. We were trying to decide, are we going to ride with De'Aaron Fox? We're going to ride with Anthony Davis for our rollover challenge on our day 3. We had taken 10 to, nearly 20, 20 to nearly 40, and then nearly 40 up to $80 there. And then we lost, unfortunately. So I have no problem doing it. I mean, it is a fun thing to do. It's just annoying because I always kind of laugh and joke at the accounts that like every time you look at them, it's like step 1. And then tomorrow is step 1. And then tomorrow is step 1. And it's just like, I don't want to be that guy that's just like, continuing to lose and everything like that. That's definitely not, that's not my thing, so not my thing. Oh, I should have said too, somebody posted on Twitter, reshared the original tweet because I was talking about the $25 giveaway for retweeting the thing there. So, should have said the original tweet. That was smart of that guy. But all right. Hey, Parker, watching from NC, ready for today. Hey, man. First off, unit management. I don't know if you gamble yet or already, but it is honestly the most enjoyable thing. Like I am so blessed to be able to get to do this for like a job. But like I said, you are on Twitter. So at the very top, I have a link. Or if you want to DM me, actually, in fact, we have a code going that's actually 30% off for new users. If you want to sign up for the Discord, I don't know if you're in it or not. I don't know if that's the kind of thing you're interested in, but I give out plays. They're one of a few guys. I'm pretty profitable guy if you ask around. So yeah, DM me on Twitter and I can probably hook you up with a with a code there. But here we go. Let's go. We've been talking for too long. Wife's trying to get the baby down. It's all kinds of stuff going on today. So first play is going to be Beef. My man Isaiah Beef Stewart. Graph here, he's over in 7 of his last 10 games. Against the Hornets, he is over in 4 of his last 4 games. I will say, though, I wrote this up as 17 and a half. Okay, it dropped back down to 17 and a half. It's hovering between 17 and a half and 18 and a half. I do see a 17 and a half on here currently, so that's what I had locked in. That's what I'm still going to continue to go off of. If you are stuck with the 18 and a half, you're watching this later, that will certainly be okay as well. Against the Hornets, he's over this in 4 of his last 4 games, with 19 being his lowest, up to 30 a few years ago, back in like 2022 or something like that. In the last 7 games, the Hornets are giving up the second most points to power forwards and the second most rebounds. I think Jalen Duren probably is a pretty good look. I think he has a good matchup here, but the guy cannot stay out of foul trouble. In fact, I mean, he got ejected off of some, like, I don't even know why honestly even happened, but he got 2 texts and he got ejected. Instant foul trouble last game when he was going up against Gafford. I think that I just think it's scary to bet this guy. So looking at, Beef Stew here, it's a good matchup. Like I said, second most points in the last 7, second most rebounds. In the last 15, they're giving up the second most rebounds. On the year, they're allowing the 3rd most rebounds and the 6th most points. Stewart has a really good matchup for us today. And he's been playing big minutes recently. He's played in the last like 3 or 4 games, he's been pushing 30 plus minutes. If you were to filter, this is on Outlier, if you were to filter, whatever graph you're looking at, but by his most recent 30 plus games, he's over in 9 out of his last 10 games when he plays 30 plus minutes, and over at 78% clip when he plays 30 plus minutes. And he's been playing big minutes. If we continue to get those big minutes, he is hitting at like this huge clip for us. We just got to hope for big minutes. And guys, I like to bet on the Pistons, the Wizards, the Hornets, but I said it before, you can't do it when they're playing good teams, but when they play each other, these are good games to bet on, guys. The things that should happen make sense because it's more like an even playing field. You have these 2 teams that are both honestly not good, not going to do obviously anything this year. It's a really good look, close spread. Both the teams aren't good, but it should be a pretty good game for us. So we'll ride with Isaiah Stewart over 17 and a half points plus rebounds combined. Every once in a while, the guy's able to put up some big points, and he can do this in points alone. But we'll go after the rebounds here, which obviously has always been, for years, this has been a good play against the Hornets. Second play here, we're going to go back to the boy here. Almost went points plus rebounds, but went after just points. He did just lose a bet for us the other day. We had him on rebounds and assists. We're going to go with Nikola Vucevic over 21.5 points. He's over this in 7 of his last 10 games, or you could say 8 of, or what would it be? 7 out of his last 9? No, 8 of his last 9? 8 of his last... Why can't I think what that math is? Whatever, we'll move on because I look like an idiot. Over in 7 of his last 10, 3 straight at home. He was on a 5-game hit streak at home, but he just dropped a game to the Bucks where he only had like 14 points or something like that. So he's over in 5 of his last 6 at home. In the last 7 games, though, we've talked about this quite a few times. The Mavs against centers have certainly been struggling, and Vucevic has been like super high volume. Like they're utilizing like the hell out of him right now. Sorry, I got text. In the last 7 games, the Mavs are allowing the 3rd most points to centers and the 8th most threes. Vucevic likes to shoot the 3. The last 15, the 2nd most points, the 2nd most threes. On the year, they're allowing the most threes to centers. Gafford, I don't know how healthy Lively is, if he's going to be in or out again. Gafford started for Lively, just the other day when we were on Gafford points. I don't know who's starting. If Lively's going to be good to go, but like you just don't see neither one of these guys out on the perimeter very often. Like they tend to stay in the paint camping underneath the basket. And honestly, I think Vucevic's threes is a pretty solid look. 1.5 or just plus money. But like, if you're talking, I try to keep like, best bets or safety nets or whatever, not necessarily value, and then they're giving up, the Mavericks are giving up the 7th most threes to whatever position just in the league, the 7th most threes, and they are allowing the 11th most attempts. Vucevic is going to get up his threes, but is he going to make 2? I don't know. Is he going to make 3 or 4? I don't know. But I mean, that's certainly what's going to help drive this number over 21.5, though. Somebody DM me on Twitter, and I actually don't have it. Oh, here he goes. Like looking at like his first quarter rebounds and his first quarter points, like he said, he's just been like tearing this up, and it's been set at like 5.5 because like Vucevic has been playing like nearly like the entire first quarter. The other day he had 7 rebounds and 7 points in that first quarter. So anyhow, great matchup against a team that's just bleeding points to big guys, and you have this big guy that can actually shoot. So I think it's going to be just a pretty good matchup here for Vucevic over 21.5. If I were to vote on which one would be our play of the day for this like rollover challenge that I like to do, I do like Vucevic here. Isaiah Stewart, not bad, but I hate trying to put a lot of faith into somebody that plays for the Pistons, but it is day one, obviously, so it's not like it's too bad. $10 for me, and then obviously anybody else could start at something else, but this last play may be one of my favorites, though. It may be the one that we want to go after, and we'll see if you guys agree with it. And before we get talking into it too much, please do me a favor. If you're on YouTube, like it, subscribe if you haven't been on there. If you were watching or you are about to watch on Twitter and you like what you see, I'm only doing this. I'm doing it every other day. It was just Tuesdays and Thursdays. I decided to do it every other day. So tomorrow you will not be able to catch my plays unless you hop on YouTube. So go hit that subscribe button for me. Help me get up there. When you hit 1,000, you unlock everything. Subscribers on YouTube. You can start putting ads, start making money off of it. And hey, like, guess what, guys? Like, I do want to try to make this a job and be able to do this outside of just the goodness of my heart. So first goal is hitting 500 subs. Then we're trying to push 1,000. So help me try to get that subs up. And then once again, if you're watching on Twitter, retweet it. If you're watching right now, retweet the video. I'm giving out $25 to somebody that had retweeted it for me, please, today. And yeah. So anyway, last play here. Last play is going to be Brandon Podziemski. My voice cracked there. Did you hear that? Like I'm going through puberty. Podziemski, I think is how you say it. Over 10.5 rebounds and assists. I always call him Pods because when I was growing up, there was a baseball. It was a Podsednik, I think it was. Scotty Pods, they called him, White Sox outfielder. I remember he hit a home run that year that they won the World Series. He hadn't hit a home run all year, and he hit a walk-off home run in the playoffs. That was back in 2005, I think. Man, that was a while ago since my team won. But anyway, having another Pods is kind of cool in sports. looking at this graph here, he's over in 4 straight games without Curry. That is certainly one of the selling points for this bet. When Curry is not in, Pods is having a pretty good game in terms of rebounding and assisting. And yeah, I see. I seen you. I seen it. I synced it. I got another screen. I seen you. I seen you retweet it. But in this same matchup just a few days ago, he put up 13 rebounds and assists. Obviously, Wemby didn't play, so like, what did that like? What would the rebound situation have looked like? Would Wemby have sucked up more boards or not? I don't know, but I mean, we can say that they just played the Spurs and he just put up 13 against them. We have a line of 10.5. On the year, the Spurs' 2 shooting guards are allowing the 3rd most rebounds and the most assists. So we have a really good matchup for the shooting guard position with or without Curry being in. And obviously, that's just an added bonus for us with Curry being out and his performance that he's had without Curry, on the court. Like I said, and in the last 7, they're giving up the 2nd most assists. So the last 15, they're giving up the most assists and the 10 most rebounds. It's a solid matchup versus position that they've struggled with against, like all year. They've struggled against them. With Curry gone, not only is he over in 4 straight games with Curry gone, he plays a bigger role. He plays more minutes. We have a 4.5 point spread, and the Spurs are at home with Wemby back. I'm hoping that we have. Honestly, I'm hoping to see the Warriors lose this game or to be losing this game, which would then would want them to, play more minutes. We get our minutes up. Without Curry, he has played 30 plus minutes in 3 out of his last 4 games. If you get into the, whatever you're using, Pine Sports, which is free, Outlier costs money, Props.cash costs money. If you get in there, and honestly, Pine, I don't think you can change the minutes, which that's probably why it's free. But if you were to filter by 30 plus minutes played, once again, he's gone over this in 3 out of the last 4 games that he's played without Curry. If he gets 30 plus minutes tonight, he is over this in 8 out of his last 10 games. And he's hitting at a 62% clip on the year if he gets 30 plus minutes. Yeah, he's a shooting guard. Yeah. So that's the play. I almost said Scotty Pods. Brandon Pods over 10.5 rebounds and assists is our 3rd play. Those of you that are watching, I got 8 people on YouTube. It says I have 290 on Twitter. I know that's not true. I wish I could actually see how many are truly live. I wonder if I clicked on the actual broadcast and then if I don't want to. Nope. Stop. Hold up. Give me a second. Because I used to go live, like before I started doing this, like a year or something like that ago. Like this logo I had and everything like that. It was all an old logo. I used to do this like every day during the baseball season because the old Discord didn't pay me for baseball, which obviously wasn't very smart. I'm up 18 units in college baseball, guys. That's pretty damn good. Okay. Jason's been here every day. Jason, I appreciate seeing your your logo here, whatever, not logo, it's a J, but I appreciate your name all the same popping in here. So let's pull this recap up screen. What's up, bro? All right, here it is. The recap. We're going to choose one of these. We're going to keep trying to do this rollover challenge, guys. What's frustrating is that I absolutely know I can do this. And I guess that's why it's so frustrating that, like, because it is pretty hard and you have like weird things that happen. And I said, I very rarely ever go 0-3. We had 1-3. It just so happens that the one hit we had yesterday, unfortunately, wasn't the rollover challenge and we lost it at number 3. Today recap 311, Isaiah Stewart over 17.5 points and rebounds. Nikola Vucevic over 21.5 points, and then Brandon Pods over 10.5 rebounds and assists are the 3 plays that we're going to lock in. Obviously, play them in whichever manner you want. The podcast here is up 20 units. May have fallen just under, possibly. I didn't update the tracker, but we're sending about 20 units in the lifetime of doing this. So, I mean, it's not the best, but I mean, obviously, positive is positive. I mean, we'll certainly take that. On the month of March, I'm up 10 units, 10 something going on 11, which is essentially up a unit a month or a day. Up a unit a day is 365 units in a year. That's a lot of units, you know. So um I got to vote for pods for the rollover challenge. That is what I'm leaning on doing, the 10.5 rebounds and assists for our, you put $10 on it and then, we win it ideally. And then we put, whatever the winning amount is on the next bet, so on and so forth, so on and so forth. I will say that it moved a little bit odd wise. So it's not as close to plus money as we would like it for like a rollover type challenge. But that's where I thought that maybe we would have a bit of an advantage. The minus 122 on FanDuel, that's not bad. So you put, let's see, you put $10 on this, it's going to pay out 18 or 820, and then we'll turn around and we'll bet $18.20 on the next one, and then that wins. Now you're betting $38 on something, and so on and so forth. We'll do that. We'll do pods over 10.5 rebounds and assists due to his success without Curry, over 4.5 due to his minutes played 30 plus, hitting that at what did I say, 9 out of the last 10, 8 out of the last 10 games, and 62% clip if he gets 30 plus minutes. He's done that out of 3 of the 4 games that Curry has not been in. I think it's a good look. I do like that one. So we'll roll with it. I'm gonna do the outro here on the podcast, the audio side, so we can get people out of here. YouTube or Twitter, if any of you guys are still sitting here, you have any questions about any other plays or anything like that, I mean, definitely, let me know. And we can chat some more, but I'm gonna close out the podcast so that I like it to not be too long because it kind of takes forever to upload it too. So as always, I'm here at 11:30 every day. Lunchtime in the lab. We brought to you. I messed up my thing. Brought to you every day. Thanks for listening. Be sure to follow me on all social media at Live Joe Bets, and I will see you guys back audio version tomorrow. If you want to get on the visual version, follow me on Twitter or come check me out on YouTube at Lunchtime in the Lab. I will see you guys back tomorrow. All right. Tom Cruise. Thanks so much. What an honor. Let's do a plus 100 and kick it off. Yeah, that's what essentially the 10K challenge is putting in a couple legs and doing this and that and tweaking it and messing around, and then you lose. And then so I thought, hey, let's not even call it a 10K challenge. Let's call it the rollover challenge, and just do a straight, because like the podcast coming out of 9 out of the last 10, subtract the last 2 days, we've had kind of a rough stretch, but we were on a 9 out of, we were positive in 9 out of 10 straight days, picking by just the 3 plays. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with where I'm at with a minus 120. Obviously, if you want to add something in, put that money line with it. You can't do that on FanDuel. On DraftKings, you probably could put the money line with it. You can't on DraftKings. You can't same game parlay rebounds and assists on DraftKings anyway. I don't know. There's a minus. I guarantee there's a minus whatever here. Let me do this real quick, and then Tay, I'll answer your question. There's not shit for college baseball today, though. Isn't there a big, like the Nuggets? There you go. Pods at 10.5 rebounds and assists. Throw the Nuggets money line in there at minus 1,200, and you got a minus 103. Or if you think the Celtics are going to win, throw the Celtics money line in there, and you got a plus 125. Bing, bang, boom. What's your YouTube sub goals? 100,000. Without sounding selfish, 1,000 subs, I think, is when you start having like ads and actually monetize, which I guarantee at a low level, it wouldn't be very much, but it would certainly it would help with, I could do like, I don't even know how much it makes, to be honest. $20 a month. I don't know. That's $20 giveaway I could do for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at like 420 right now. I'd like to hit 500. And then when I get to 500, I'd like to hit 600, and then at 700, and then 800. And then we're in the home stretch to push, 1,000 down. And then obviously after that, I'm at 417 right now. So, but I don't think that's bad though. Cause I don't remember when I started doing this, to be honest, but I feel like that's not bad growth from when, like I'm trying to pull my tracker up. I actually started doing this show back in November. That's crazy. I've been doing this for 4 months now, but I don't think I started doing YouTube until like a couple months in. So yeah, I'm probably averaging like 100. I'll probably try to have I'll probably have like only 100 unfortunately subscribers a month, but 128K, that's a lot of followers on Instagram. Yeah. I'll try to find you. Or I'll DM you. I'll DM you. But all right, I gotta get out of here so I can help try and be a dad. My son woke up, slept until like almost 11 o'clock, and he's eating Oreos in his bed. So I need to try to do something productive with him. So I'm gonna close it out. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the interaction. It's the best. Probably a lot more eyes on it because I said I was gonna give away $25. Obviously, I can't do this every single time. I mean, I could probably just make sure I win $25 every night. I mean, I could do it to be honest, but okay, I'm gonna close it out. Appreciate you guys though a ton. Tay, I will DM you though. I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys back tomorrow at 11:30.